And a good day, all of you. John Henderson here, the Beverage Ramble and Chats, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition today. Fiddlehead IPA. This is their in-house IPA. From Fiddlehead Brewing Company in Shelburne, Vermont. It's one of the local package stores here, which is not that far from where I am. Pretty good scores on Beer Advocate and Untappd. This is a Bare Knuckles IPA, which I don't drink much of these nowadays. I remember I used to make fun of it, called these sessions, but at my age now, getting older, I guess it's okay to have something a little light, not anything heavy, because right now at my age I can't take it. So anyway, pretty frothy head, as you can see. Fiddlehead IPA from sold out concerts, little backyard hangs, catching waves, It's also an embodiment of our core conviction in the best of times in life are shared. Okay, doesn't say really anything about the beer. Type of hops, whatever they use. So, anyway. Well, first time having anything from this brewery company. So, this is trying out some new stuff, and I'm sure Jeffrey and Jeffrey Lyons, New England Beer Reviews, Thomas Meadows 75, Eric Fallheimer, Massachusetts Beer Reviews, and I'm sure John and Neely, Bumpy, everyone from that area, I'm sure definitely has had this IPA. So, a lot of head, as you can see up top. It has a sort of fruity aroma. I don't know whether this would be considered an East Coast or a New England style IPA, or is just a standard IPA, but I'm guessing it's a standard IPA. So, very aromatic for sure. So, all right, enough talk. Let's have at it. Cheers. It does, very hoppy, which you can tell right now, quite a few hops, even though you get the citrus, get that nice bitter end finish, very piney. Very frothy. A lot of foam, a lot of head, but it really is beer, folks, so just to let you know, it's beer. Not too bad, not terrible, but not too bad. Pretty good. Nice bite in the end. Again, as mentioned, it's piney. Like I said, I'm just with IPAs now, with the majority of them that we've been seeing, been popping up on the, when you go to stores and whatever. They've gotten too fruity for me. And I mentioned making IPAs back to what it used to be, what it should be. I've kind of scored off all those now. The fruitiness, the extra strength of these. Some are way too juicy, too fruity, and it's just not sitting well with my stomach. It doesn't. Some good one out there that are just reasonably priced. There's a 19-ounce can. I bought this, so don't know what the markup or what the price is for these if it's sold by a 6-pack. But so again, as I've seen when I did the last review of something I did from that area, I said I would love to make a visit up there and just kind of go beer hopping or beer brewery. Go from one brewery to the next to see what they got. I know there are a lot of great beers up in the New England area for sure. Best one I say I've had, I would say I won't say it's not an everyday beer, people want to claim it is, but it's not for me. I would definitely say, you know, you know, Goose Island, of course, Lagunitas, probably the two that stand out to me that are also commercially successful. I'm sure locally here in this area, there are plenty. You can say that, you know, from one of the local breweries. But those are probably the two that I would say stand out for me. But you know, so even some of the package stores, they have like Tall Boys of Voodoo Ranger here. New Belgium does travel. They're Imperial and got their standard IPA, which is, you know, good. So yeah, just they've gotten too carried away. Some of these IPAs and some of these different breweries have just got way insane. Just so many adding this and adding that, you know, putting this in and just making it to way just. I mentioned it was like a lab experiment. Just keep it simple, folks. You know, kind of how I roll. You know, 6.2%, about reasonable. You know, I said there were session, not anymore. I've come to the light. I've accept these. I don't look at these as session anymore. But now IPAs are kind of being looked upon now as more like lighter beers. Ones at the 4%, even the 6.2%. You know, this is really light for sure. Sweetwater's the same ABV as well, 6.2. Then Goose is about the same as Lagunitas, so 6%, reasonable. So, pretty good. I love to try more stuff from them, and I think that store where I got this, there's a lot of stuff from this brewery, Fiddlehead. So I'm sure, like I said, the gentlemen, the names I mentioned earlier, I know they're probably watching. You know, I'm sure they'll let me know how they make good stuff. So I definitely would agree. This is a bare knuckle simple IPA, as it should be. Piney, very hoppy. Get the slight citrus and a little bit bite in the end. So pretty good. So I'm gonna go with a 8.5 for me on this one. So Fiddlehead IPA from Fiddlehead Brewing Company, based in Shelburne, Vermont. Check it out. Yeah, Shelburne, Vermont. So check it out if you're up in that area, or pick a can up, or a 6-pack, whatever. Your local package store / liquor store, grocery store, wherever you get this, try it. You definitely will like it. You definitely will. A simple IPA, because sometimes you got to keep it simple, right? Right. John Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble and Chats. So you can keep on watching as always. Cheers, live, laugh, and launch. Fiddlehead IPA. It's okay. Yay.